Hello, hello. It's great to see you again. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. You're in Sao Paulo.
Yes, I am.
Wow. What you doing there?
I don't know. What am I not doing here?
Exactly.
No, it's finally a break. We were in LA and there's all the fires and then Texas there's snow and ice. It's like
Wow.
better this way. Where in
Yeah.
the world are you?
I'm in the heart of the. I'm in Middle Earth, I think, in
Oh
Los
yes.
Angeles.
Oh
Uh,
yes.
it's
That is
it's
middle.
like it's. We were just talking. Mike and I were just talking about how it's so LA to be in LA and watching the biggest disaster that's ever kind of hit LA on TV and on the
Yes.
internet. And when you get out, it's just like blue skies. And you're like, what? And then you have to drive like an hour or 45 minutes to actually see it and be near it. But it's yeah, it's pretty crazy thing, really.
Yeah. Well, we're glad you're okay, and we're glad you finally came back over because it's always a good time when there's a travel show. For years and years, we look forward to this, and you got to be excited now because this new album is just so great. And you get to love just all the people that are loving on it too because it's a little bit different, but in the best way, right?
Yeah, I think the record's good. It's a strong record, and I think the last record, 10 Songs, is also back up in my sort of zone of kind of focus. And so the last record and this record, I feel like I'm back on track as far as being a songwriter is concerned. I think before that, Everything at Once, Where You Stand, those two albums for me were not as focused, just because I was being a dad and
Yeah.
and now I'm still a dad, but he's 18 and I don't need to, I can take the stabilizers off and he stands
Yes.
for himself and or take the scaffolding down and he's like he's there. So yeah, and it reflects in the album, and we're looking forward to coming back to the US because we haven't toured here for a very long time, which is not really to do with us, more to do with our old management.
Yeah.
And us coming back is all to do with us. Like America's our kind of, it's where we always loved to come. We recorded our first album here. We toured the shit out of America. And then suddenly they just, because it wasn't, I guess it wasn't financially viable enough for our old manager to do that. He just stopped doing it. I just saw a naked man in the background.
I hope not.
I just saw a guy over your right shoulder, like in blue swimming trunks.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, I thought he was naked. I was like, that's not good.
No, half naked. But it's always nice to see a half naked man in the morning.
Says you. No. Well, the thing is, you've always made it look so easy up on that stage, and people have been looking up to you for years, and they think, see, that's what I want to do. But it's a lot harder than people can imagine. What kind of advice do you give to somebody that wants to follow in your footsteps?
Oh God, I don't know. I don't know anyone would want to do that. I have honestly, it's such a bizarre. I mean, I honestly, I don't know. It's a bizarre job to do. I'm not like there's two types of front people I think in my that I've stumbled upon, which is there's the very sort of you're here to see me, I'm the greatest type of front person, and they're usually sort of narcissistic sort of tendencies. On a 0 to 5, there may be a 4 narcissist. Yeah. Then there's the other end, are the sort of codependent types. the I want to make people happy, or you want to please people. I'm a people pleaser, I guess. Yes. And so you fall into either category. I think this business definitely suits folk who are in the more narcissistic side because that's a kind of driver. I think if you're like me, you struggle with it a little bit. I go on stage and I try and maintain who I am, the way I speak off stage, with the way I speak on stage, and the songs are the songs. And Dougie and I were talking about it the other day, or when we were on the UK tour, and just talking about how like our shows are like two different. You've got the songs, and then you've got the blah 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 between. And I think the blah 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 is important, but not decisive. Make sure your songs are good. Make sure you. I don't know. It's a good question, because it really makes you wonder like why the hell you're doing something. I think it's vocational. I feel like there's definitely, if I wasn't doing this, I'd do something that was similar, but maybe not musical. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have any advice. I would say just be yourself, or try and be yourself. And if you're a blazing narcissist, then this is for you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you seem to handle it so well, and part of that we talk about on the show is the mindset. And is there something that you tell yourself that keeps you going even through those tough times? Because it does seem to go up and down.
I don't tell myself much. I really don't. I mean, apart from, oh my God, you look terrible, and or you're shit, and you're not. I mean, I get terrible. What do you call it? Self.
Esteem.
Esteem. Yes. Thank you. that thing. I think that's. I tend to not. I tend to just zone it out. The your inner critic and all that. All that sort of stuff, and just go on. And there's definitely something that drives me. I mean, I look at the smaller version of me when I was 6, when my teachers pushed me up and made me sing a Scottish song in a tartan miniskirt because they'd run out of kilts in front of the whole school, and I was only like 6, and I won a little prize, and I was like, oh, I can sing. And then you kind of like cut to the next version of that little boy who was maybe 12, going up and doing a public speaking thing at school and winning a little prize, and you go, oh, I can get up in front of people and not shit myself. Then it cut to me, 16 years old, same little guy, playing his guitar or singing in front of a bunch of people, and they all like cried at an art course that I was at. It's like, oh, you can move people by doing this. And then, but there's never like an inner, like, I've got massive, constantly plagued by this isn't good enough, this isn't good enough, and you just have to try and make it good enough. And I don't even think it is, you know, whatever it is, you know, because it's irrelevant what it is. I think everyone everywhere just has to get up in the morning and try and be a nice person, or a good soul, as they say in Scotland. Yeah,
well, I mean, you're fantastic at it. And, you know, and now, of course, here we are, 10 albums in, which is hard to believe, and so much great music to choose from, yet only, you know, so long on stage. How do you whittle it down to one playlist or one set?
We generally, we've got we play like songs that are very familiar to people, and we've got a new album to try and inject into that set list. There was a pivotal moment on the UK tour where we'd been doing a set, and it was sort of working. It was really predominantly working, but you notice you lose the audience at a certain point. Like 4 songs in, we lost the audience for like 6 songs, and it's like, what the fuck? It's interesting. Every single night, the same thing. You get 3 songs in, it was great, and then the 4th song was great, and then suddenly it just went weird, and so we ended up taking just moving one song. It's like doing a crossword puzzle or Wordle, or I don't know. You just move one thing, and it's like, oh, there it is. You know, you get your Tetris line lights up, and you're like, it's all there. So it's all about, I guess it's just like ramping up the, not letting it lull too much. Anyway, I don't know. We have a really good set. We're in the best shape, I think, on stage. Playing wise, like I was listening to it, or I was sent all of the Pro Tools of our last show in Glasgow in December, just the last show. And just listening to it's really lovely. A band who've been together for 30 or 28 years. They play a certain way. You don't play like a band that's been together for 2 years or 5 years or 10 years. It's like this weird, we've found this invisible gear. I think if you stay together long enough with the same people, there's this invisible gear or an invisible gate that it's like tight but loose. I don't know, it's really hard to explain, but it's I think just judging by our feedback from audience people and people after shows, there's definitely something to see like that.
Yeah. Well, we can't wait. So last thing, of course, Texas is always a great market to play, and it's still fun to visit these places. So, is there anything Texas centric you're looking forward to doing? Some beers, some barbecue, anything like that?
I'll probably see my cousin. She lives in Austin.
Yes.
And so it'll be strictly sort of family.
Yeah.
Family. I'm not sure if we're staying overnight there or I don't know what we're doing because I don't ever look. We're just like, I know we're leaving on Monday, and I know it's rally on Monday in North Carolina.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure. And then it's look, where are we tomorrow?
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether we're staying there or not, but it's like I say, my cousin's there. And it's my only cousin, so I'm going to say hi to the family, and it should be nice.
Oh, that's perfect. Well, we can't wait to have you there. Can't wait to hear this great song selection, and safe travels out on the road, and we'll see you very, very soon.
Yeah, and enjoy Sao Paulo, man. How long are you there for?
In about a week and a half. I'll be back just in time for the show in Texas.
Oh my God. Have a lovely time. Enjoy it.
Yes. Thank you so much. All right. We'll see you soon. Great to see you again. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
You're welcome. Take care.